Hey guys, it's Tuesday and you're watching The Revolution. This week we're talking about the influence that our fathers had on our self-esteem and the relationship that we have with our body. Mostly, I don't know. I've never really thought about it that much because in my family we never really talked about our bodies. The first thing that comes to mind though when it comes to my father is modesty. Growing up he never really said anything to me, but I remember seeing his opinions on my mom and what she wore. He never wanted her to wear low-cut shirts or high above-the-knee skirts, anything that was too revealing, I suppose. And he never explained his reasoning behind it, but as I got older, I kind of think that it has a lot to do with where he grew up. He grew up in Yugoslavia. He's from a different culture, and he's a guy. He knows how guys think and what they say about women's bodies. And I don't think that he ever wanted my mom to be hit on or catcalled. These days though, he's much more lackadaisy about it. He never makes comments really. So I don't remember the last time that he made a comment about what my mother was wearing. For me in high school, he would yell at me if I wanted to wear pajamas to school because he didn't want us to look like a slob, but I did it anyways. And when I would wear low-cut shirts, because I have big boobs, I have a lot of cleavage, and he would always tell me to cover up. And I would always ask him, but why, father? And then he would just shake his head and walk away and say something like, oh, you're a fucking idiot. So mostly when it comes to bodies, he's into covering up or not wearing really revealing clothing. But like I said, today he's a lot different, which probably has a lot to do with me and my constant questioning of everything that he said. He never made me feel bad about my body, but he never made me feel good either. I mean, if I was dressed up, he would say, you look really nice. When I started taking medication for anxiety, I gained a lot of weight. That's where I gained most of my weight. And he knows that, so I think that he just associates my being fat with my medication and is just okay with that. He's just like, this is just how it is type of thing, although we haven't really discussed that either. And I look like his mother. I have his mother's body type, so I'm doubting he thinks that I'm hideous. But again, I don't know. I honestly don't know how I've been affected by my father's opinion, what his influence has been on my relationship with my body. I think I've been influenced way more by society and by guy friends that I have. Hearing how they talk about women's bodies and whatnot has way more of an impact than anything my father has done or said. I also totally relate to the fat girl with pretty face syndrome. You like how I'm making it a syndrome? I grew up in a very complimentary family, not just my immediate family, but my extended family as well. And I am the only fat person. So I've been fortunate enough to always have been told that I'm beautiful and intelligent and great and can do whatever I want to do. But we've never talked about how beautiful my body is. I actually feel like I have stepped into this role of trying to make them feel comfortable with my fatness. Like letting them know that I'm aware of my fatness and it's okay and I'm okay. I don't know where that comes from. I've also grown up with cousins who have been constantly striving for physical perfection, and I see that and it's just not something I want. Because I think I'm a nonconformist, I don't want to do what I'm told, which is to have this physical perfection or to strive for that. I want to be like, fuck you, and be fat. Even though I don't always want to be fat, and I'm not always happy with my body, but I think that I don't want to be told what to do. And I just don't want to sound like them. I don't want to be walking around complaining about how I look all the time. I just keep that buried inside. I don't know. Final summation, I have no idea how specifically my father has influenced my perception of my body, my relationship with my body. I really think 90% of it has come from society and the guys that I have surrounded myself with. I know I'm super fortunate. I remember growing up, one of my friends, her mother always commented on her physical appearance when she gained weight. You gotta do something about that. I don't like that, and I see how it affected her, and I know how my insecurities have affected me and are pretty intense. That has to be way more intense and detrimental, knowing that someone who's supposed to love you unconditionally and support you and teach you about your body is telling you that there's something wrong with you, you need to fix it. The one thing I do wish that growing up that my parents would have taught us more about our bodies in general and been more okay, but I think because maybe they don't know that, that's why they couldn't teach us. Anyways, I think we'll talk about our mothers soon and how they have played, what role they've played in our relationship with our bodies, because I'm sure that's different, especially women, you know. Leave a comment below. Let us know what your experience is with your father. How has that influenced your relationship with your body today? How do you view your body? Everyone has different stories. Some people don't have fathers, you know. Family in general, I think. But we can talk more specifically about mothers another time. I think this is a great topic to delve into, especially because I really don't know how I've been affected. It's not something that I've ever explored. So that's it for me this week. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Something I want to add really quick. I was just thinking about how I viewed the women in my family, how they viewed their body and how it's influenced me. We don't really see women praising themselves. We see more of them tearing themselves apart. Oh, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this. I have an aunt who was always like that. So those are the things that stick out in my head. I know this isn't about fathers, but I wanted to bring light to it really quick. The talking about all of the things that are wrong with us versus the things that we like about ourselves, and how even though we aren't wanting to teach our children that, we are indirectly influencing them. Not indirectly, we are directly influencing them, but in a subconscious context type of way, that we need to pick ourselves apart and focus on what's wrong with us. Okay, that's it for real. Adios.